Now on Kmtv, found after the fire.
You don't really think about it, but everything was in there.
Remembering a beloved hockey coach killed in a crash. Louder cries for tougher discipline after sick student prank.
I think it needs to be talked about.
By now you have heard about the disgusting display at Westside High School. Boys who mix their sperm with frosting and watch their home ec teacher eat it. Good evening, I'm Craig Nigrelli. Tonight the outrage is growing. A parent wrote to the Omaha World-Herald saying that she is appalled, disgusted, and horrified that students should be expelled and charged with a felony. And reporter Miranda Christian discovered tonight that classmates are furious as well and taking action. Miranda.
A Westside High School student created an online petition because she feels these students who fed their teacher bodily fluids aren't being punished enough. She's calling for their expulsion.
It's been really uncomfortable, really kind of quiet. The school is urging teachers to not talk about it.
Westside junior Ella Hubbard says the news about the 3 students feeding their home economics teacher semen-laced frosting is disgusting. The boys face misdemeanor disturbing the peace charges, and District 66 says they will not disclose how they're disciplining the boys.
I think it needs to be talked about. I think that it is sexual assault.
Hubbard decided to create a petition on change.org to give people an easy way to share how they feel about the situation.
So it got a lot more widespread than I was expecting, but I think that's really good because I think that it's no longer a community issue, it's become a bigger issue.
The number of signatures on the petition climbed quickly. One signee said she was signing because it breaks her heart that the boys assaulted their wonderful teacher and are only receiving a slap on the wrist. Another said they should have been charged with something more serious and should be nowhere near Westside. Superintendent Blaine McCann issued a statement saying, "We have offered our complete support to the staff member involved. I do want to make it clear that this type of behavior is not tolerated in any of our schools." Hubbard says she wants to show the number of people who are upset by the students' actions.
You can't just say that you know a lot of people support you. You can't just say, I've heard a lot of people talking. You have to have the numbers.
Hubbard said she will take her petition to Westside administrators when she feels she has enough. Right now, there are over 1,200 signatures signed. I did reach out to Westside tonight, and they said they had no updates on the situation. Reporting live, I'm Miranda Christian, KMTV Action 3 News.
Cell phone service is back tonight for thousands of Sprint customers in the Omaha area. And we are learning more about the worker injured in the fire that knocked out service. Stephen Nitz of Oshkosh, Wisconsin, remains in critical condition tonight. Tuesday morning's fire at the Sprint Exchange at 7th and Leavenworth left the 59-year-old electrician shocked and burned. It took the company more than 17 hours to fully restore cell phone service. Now to the fire in northwest Omaha on Tuesday that people saw for miles, smoke billowing. Tonight we went back to the gutted house on Blair High Road. KMTV's Maya Signs found a couple searching for sentimental belongings.
That is basically all my clothes and the remains of my bedroom.
A day after Daniel Nowin's home burned to the ground, he and his family are now rummaging through what was once their home for 15 years in search of memories and household items.
Every time I look at it, it's kind of think about stuff that's in there that you don't have anymore and can't use anymore, and I'm sure each day it's going to sink in a little bit more.
Nowin says losing his home has been devastating, but it's the little things that hurt the most.
We kind of looked for our wedding rings, but so far no luck. There was some books that my dad gave me as a child. I've got a book in there that my auntie gave me. I mean, they're just books, but it was the sentimental of who gave it to me.
In between ash and debris, Nowin was able to salvage some memories.
There's quite a few photos that are in good condition. They just might need a little wipe down, and so I mean, I'm glad, because that's something you can't replace.
Now Nowin and his family will need to rebuild their life and their home.
You don't really think about it, that everything was in there, so it's yeah, you want to change your clothes, you don't have it. You want something to eat, it's not there.
Among those items found, they also discovered their family pet snake died in the fire. The family is currently staying in their camper only a few feet away from their house so they can take care of their cats, their llamas, and their dogs. Still no word on what caused this fire. Reporting live from the studio, Maya Science, Kmtv Action 3 News.
All right, Maya, sad to see for sure. The Omaha community will come together tomorrow night to honor a youth hockey coach killed in a horrific weekend crash in central Iowa. A memorial service will be held for Shane Sanborn at 4 p.m. tomorrow at Calvary Church in Bellevue. The 41-year-old AAA coach died in a collision on I-80 involving a semi-trailer in Anita, Iowa on Saturday. Players are encouraged to wear their uniforms to the service. Friends have raised more than $30,000 for his fiancée and children. Two brothers from Audubon, Iowa also died in the crash, 14-year-old Jamison Steckler and 11-year-old Gavin Steckler.
Now, your Weather Alert First Forecast.
Well, it's a chilly night out there. The winds have calmed down from what they were this afternoon, but it's still a bit of a wind chill. Feels like -9 up around Tacoma and -7 over toward Denison, Iowa, Norfolk -8, while we are in the low single digits here in the metro area. Our attention goes off to the west. A stream of moisture is pushing through the Pacific Northwest and then back over the Rockies, producing some snowfall. But the big story is going to be the cold air that's headed our way toward the end of the week, and that's going to be impacting our weekend weather. I'll tell you how cold it's going to get, and we'll take a look at our snow chances upcoming in the weather segment in just a few minutes.
A Bellevue man will be in court tomorrow accused of causing the head injury that killed his 5-month-old daughter. Prosecutors have charged Cameron Ludy with child abuse resulting in death. Court documents indicate in July, the 21-year-old told police Cassidy Kennedy, that little angel you see right here, fell off a bed after he went outside to smoke a cigarette. However, investigators believe she died from a blow to the head. Another Bellevue man will be in Sarpy County Court tomorrow. He's Craig Goodman. Investigators believe he had a sexually explicit conversation online with the person he thought was a young boy. He arranged to meet him at a Bellevue swimming pool on Wednesday, where police arrested the guy. Tonight, new hope coast to coast for people suffering from cancer. This week, that fight received a $2 billion injection in Washington. Tonight, researchers in Omaha look at how that money will be used. Only on 3, reporter Nick Starling talked with experts at UNMC on their expectations. Nick.
The 21st Century Cures Act, just signed into law, has over 200 pages of medically related items on it. But researchers here at UNMC says the most important ones go to cancer research, which folks here are excited about.
With that, I think it's time for me to sign this bill into law.
The last bill President Barack Obama signs into law could be one of the most effective in fighting cancer.
It's going to be directed towards specific research projects.
The 21st Century Cures Act provides almost $5 billion to the National Institutes of Health in the next 10 years. Almost $2 billion of that directly towards cancer research.
Being able to increase this means we'll be able to expand research, I think, into a lot of really significant areas.
One of which is pancreatic cancer. UNMC Associate Director of Research Dr. Tony Hollinsworth says it's one of the deadliest types of cancer because doctors don't notice it until it's too late.
It kills patients in ways that other cancers don't, and we don't completely understand that.
Which is why Hollinsworth says additional money is needed. UNMC has already received about $500,000 to help research the cause of pancreatic cancer. Most of that money goes towards salaries of those studying the disease.
We're able to hire graduate students and technicians and postdoctoral fellows to come into the laboratory to actually work on the research.
Like grad student Kristen Vance.
We've got a panel so far of 18 different markers of cell types that we've done on 5 different autopsy slides.
Vance studies tumor cells in an effort to unlock the mystery surrounding them.
I really like figuring out how the immune system tries to fight these kinds of things.
In hopes that one day pancreatic cancer is a thing of the past.
We're trying to understand how the disease kills you, why it is so lethal, how it progresses silently, and to try to come up with therapies that will actually block that process.
Now, there is a provision in the bill that will help young scientists out by providing loan relief for grad students and a college debt initiative for biomedical research. Now behind me you see the Buffett Cancer Research Center. That will open up in the spring, which will help all these initiatives out as well. Reporting live on UNMC campus, Nick Starling, Kmtv Action 3 News.
All right, Nebraska will be on the cutting edge once again. Thanks, Nick. Police call it an important crime-fighting tool. Now city officials are pumping more money into the Omaha Summer Jobs Program. The mayor's office announced it plans to spend $1 million on the Step Up program in 2018. That's twice the amount approved in the 2017 budget. About 600 kids participated last summer. Police Chief Todd Schmatter says there's a direct correlation between jobs and the drop in crime during the summer. Money woes in Iowa. The Legislative Services Agency says Iowa faces a $132 million budget shortfall in the coming year. The nonpartisan group says lower revenues than expected, plus an increase in Medicaid costs, are to blame. The operators of a bar in Benson are angry about a photo taken there and what it represents. The picture shows customers posing with an alt-right flag at Jake's Cigars and Spirits. Some people believe the Nebraska chapter of American Vanguard includes white supremacists. People in the group photos say they were asked to pose in support of veterans, so they did. The manager of Jake's used social media to let customers know they feel duped.
We're a bar that sees all walks of life here, and we want to keep that. We don't want anyone to feel scared to come in here.
The manager plans to tell the alt-right group its members are welcome at the bar, but they are not allowed to spread their message inside. Friday night lights should belong to high schools. That's the message tonight for the Big Ten. The Nebraska Broadcasters Association wrote to the conference asking it to move next fall's Husker game at Illinois. It is scheduled for Friday, September 25th. The association believes it should be on Saturday. Time is running out to get those gifts under the tree for kids in need. Tomorrow is the last day to drop off items for the Angel Tree Toy Drive. KMTV is teaming up with the Salvation Army for the effort. You can find a complete list of drop-off locations at our website, kmtv.com. Donald Trump meets with tech leaders as news breaks about what might be the largest data breach ever. Exactly how many Yahoo accounts got hit and what information the hackers stole. Also, 2 men in jail tonight. How butt dialing, yes, butt dialing, did them in. Next.
It's the most important job you'll ever have, raising your kids. And you care about every detail. But do you know what happened at school today? What are they learning? How do our schools compare? What programs can we be proud of? At KMTV, we care about your kids. That's why our team takes you in the classroom every Tuesday and Thursday on Action 3 News, making your busy job as a parent a little more informed. In the classroom on Action 3 News.
The most magical time of the year is also the perfect time to take home a new Honda, KBB.com's best value brand. Hurry in to the Happy Honda Day sales event and discover the Civic, Fit, and HR-V right now at your Honda dealer.
Welcome to the magic and wonder of the Physicians Mutual Omaha Symphony Christmas celebration. Breathtaking sights, treasured music, and timeless stories await when Broadway stars join with the Omaha Symphony to bring joy to your family's holiday season. Call Ticket Omaha or go to omahasymphony.org. Celebrate Christmas with your Omaha Symphony. Tell them Nick sent you.
Shop Rockbrook Camera's holiday sale and expo this weekend. Enjoy product demonstrations by factory experts. Plus, get the lowest camera prices in town just in time for Christmas. The best holiday camera deals are local at Rockbrook Camera.
Introducing our new salted caramel brownie. It's a dessert lover's dream. Add a medium the Don pizza and a medium one-topping pizza, and you have our home for the holidays feast for only $25.99. Happy holidays from Godfather's Pizza.
Action 3 News Mobile Storm Tracker, powered by Jensen Tire and Auto.
Tonight, Yahoo says more than 1 billion accounts might have been affected by a 2013 data breach. The online company says an unauthorized third party stole data, which includes names, email addresses, and passwords, but not financial information. The company will notify users who might have been affected. It is urging people to change their password. President-elect Donald Trump met today with some of the biggest names in Silicon Valley. He held a tech summit in New York with top executives from Amazon, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, Apple, and others. The focus, jobs, and how the tech industry can help the government become more efficient.
Anything we can do to help this go along, and we're going to be there for you.
The meeting also focused on trade, corporate tax reform, and immigration. In South Carolina, lawyers will give closing arguments tomorrow in the federal murder trial of Dylan Roof. He's the man accused of opening fire during a Bible study at a Charleston church last summer, killing 9 people. 2 survivors of the massacre testified. Roof did not take the stand. If convicted, he could get the death penalty. 4 years ago tonight, the country was stunned, heartbroken, and in mourning after the Sandy Hook school shooting in Newtown, Connecticut. Tonight, flags are at half-staff in honor of the 20 students and 6 adults shot and killed by 20-year-old Adam Lanza. A moment of silence was held in Newtown. Outside the NRA headquarters in suburban Washington, D.C., gun control advocates held a vigil and a demonstration for tougher laws. You might call it bad luck or dumb luck. One of the two definitely applies to a pair of criminals in Kentucky. Listen to this. Police found the men outside a barbecue restaurant in Danville. Investigators rushed there after getting a 911 call from one of the men. It turns out he pocket-dialed police. They listened and heard plans to rob the place.
Basically, he'd pinged the cell phone to their vehicle in a parking lot, and that they were planning a robbery of this or another business here in the area.
Cops arrived before the men could get inside. And get this, one of the customers eating dinner was the police chief. It might be the coolest sounding winter storm. We're talking about thunder snow, what it is and where it rumbled tonight.
And in terms of our threat tracker, no significant weather the next couple of days, but boy, the weekend is going to be turning colder, and we'll also talk about the threat of snow, all coming up.
With class-exclusive 4-corner air suspension for a smooth, controlled, level ride. And the class-exclusive Rambox cargo management system, only Ram, America's longest-lasting pickups, have the power to light up every holiday. And now get great deals at the Ram Big Finish event. Now get 20% off MSRP cash allowance on select 2016 Ram 1500 models in dealer stock.
This is our workshop. And this is our tradition. These are our lights. And this is our season of performance. Take advantage of some of the best offers of the year at the Acura Season of Performance event going on now.
This holiday, visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers. Hurry, this event won't last.
I've been thinking about Christmas, thinking about what makes it fun. So as Nebraska Furniture Mart, and I like what I see. The right gifts, sound advice, everything in one place. Oh, and I want more gifts for less money. And budget-loving 24-month financing helps. So I can go to one place with the best brands and huge furniture, flooring, appliance, and electronics selection. And everything's on sale. Now that makes shopping fun at Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Now, your weather alert forecast.
Well, the weather headlines are a tad bit wintry, to say the least. A wintry blast is on the way for the weekend. Friday brings what could be a wintry mix of precip along with the possibility of some snow, but it's the dangerous wind chills and bitterly cold temperatures on Saturday that is the main headline in terms of our weather. Here's where we stand right now. We've got teens here in Nebraska to the north of us below zero from Sioux Falls up toward Grand Forks, North Dakota, and also a couple of the winds. Look at these wind chills, 23, 28 below, and I show you this only because this is kind of a precursor of what we can expect coming up on Saturday. We're going to be seeing similar weather. Now, this cold that's affecting the northern states right now is not going to impact us to that degree, but this will. Here is a shot of Siberian cold that's going to be pushing into the Central Plains states, and we outlined the pressure features on the map here. This illustrates it's going to be a wind maker, and with that we are going to be seeing the potential for dangerous wind chills anywhere between 20 to 30 below zero, blustery conditions throughout the day. Now on Friday we may even see a little moderation to our temperatures near the freezing mark. Then the colder air comes spilling in on Friday night into early Saturday. And to the south of us, there's going to be a weather system that will be tracking through Kansas, and that's going to pull up some warmer air that could lead to some freezing drizzle, maybe even some freezing rain over southeastern Nebraska. And then we'll see some snow move into the metro as we head late Friday night into Saturday. It looks like the heavier amounts, though, are going to be right along the state line with South Dakota. But we could see snow up to an inch, maybe 2 inches to the north of the metro. Here's a look at all the advisories as all that moisture is streaming into the Pacific Northwest. 12 degrees our present temperature with the northwest wind at 6 miles an hour. Right now, Omaha's sitting at 12, single digits to the north, Falls City at 20. Tomorrow, we'll see an increase in cloud cover toward daybreak, and afternoon highs only around 20 degrees. Our lows tonight will be down to about 6. We'll see an increase in cloud cover toward morning, mostly cloudy tomorrow with some flurries possible to the north of the metro, not so much for us. And then on Friday, wintry mix possible as we warm to 32. And then some snow possible Saturday morning. Over by the afternoon hours, we think, will fall through the teens to -7 degrees on Sunday. Bitterly cold for the weekend, but it looks like we'll see a moderation in temperatures early next week. Our weather kid tonight is Margot, age 6. She better have those mittens, and also it'd be a good idea to put a hat on tomorrow. It's going to be bitterly cold. Craig?
All right, John, not to be outdone, heavy lake effect snow is pounding Buffalo, New York tonight. No, that's not a rainstorm. That's what they call thunder snow. A band of lake effect snow dumped 1 to 3 inches of snow an hour on western New York tonight. Strong winds also created blizzard-like conditions, making travel extremely hazardous. The stage is set for Husker volleyball in the Final Four.
The Nebraska volleyball team holds its last practice before its Final Four match against Texas on Thursday. I'm Adam Kruger in Columbus, Ohio. I'll have a full report next in sports.